Thank you, gentlemen. Ukrainian fundraisers are happening throughout the city, and on Tuesday, film lovers and advocates took over the Garneau Theatre for a night of Canadian-Ukrainian films.
Disability Accessible by Design takes on establishments in terms of their accessibility or lack thereof for people with emotional, mental, or physical impediments. Brad's main focus right now is the hospitality industry, restaurants and bars, like this one here.
The past is in the past, and while we may not have Johnson's or the Shasta Cafe or the original Silk Hat anymore, what once was all lost isn't all gone. The Commodore here continues to serve up hot favorites over its counters after all these years.
NAIT is now going into its third year of tuition increases. Fall 2020 marked the beginning of a 3-year, 7% average increase for NAIT, and this fall looks to be no different. The Omicron variant does have an increased number of mutations as well as an increase in transmissibility, which means it is a variant of concern. Cineplex here is in talks of using their space as a possible vaccination center. So with that, we have to ask the question, will there be popcorn? Clear air and clean energy is the way of the future, and while Alberta has some of the best sunlight in the country for solar electricity, students are why NAIT is the first to say yes to a new clean energy endeavor.
We want to do as much at NAIT that is real world as possible. And here's a project that's literally like set up an actual, solar project, do all the work that is involved with that. And that's exactly the kind of thing that a subsection of our alumni are going to do for a career.
Student Energy Ventures is a government-funded program that encourages the active involvement of students in clean energy projects throughout Western Canada.
Our goal is we've set an organizational goal of trying to help kickstart 10,000 youth-led clean energy projects by the end of the decade. And NAIT's project number 1 for us, which is pretty cool.
Students of NAIT's Alternative Energy Program, Ethan Buchanan and Jack Harding, will lead the project, an initial guide to helping other students and institutes set up solar resources.
I had no clue about how important this project would be. I just thought it was working with a company to work on one of their other projects. I didn't think it would be something as important as this.
The project, which will be set up on NAIT's roof, will be commissioned in May of this year, and project designs and delivery documents will be published and available for those curious about creating their own sustainable project.
Part of what we're trying to do is to show that a large part of it can be done by pretty well anyone.
It's cool to start it off, be the first people to do it, and to hopefully what we do will be useful for many other students at other institutions.
Cities and towns are also doing their part for efficient energy consumption. Places like the St. Albert Service Credit Union Place, Calmar's Mike Carbonic Arena, and Devon's Dale Fisher Arena have all installed solar panels within the past year.
We're reducing the effects of climate change by not contributing as much in terms of pollutants as you would be with a coal or a natural gas energy source.
Going forward, NAIT's sustainability effort hopes to decrease the waste and increase its use of natural resources. Reusable resources are the way of the future, and with NAIT blazing a trail in clean energy, now is the time for students to indulge in economical possibilities and ask themselves, what do they want to see for the future? For NAIT Newswatch, I'm AJ Munsie.
We always solve the white side. So we'll start with this corner right here. We've got red and blue. So we got to find a piece with white, red, and blue.
Milk is really your personal preference. Crocodile milk, oat milk, goat milk, emu milk, meat milk, it's really up to you. I stick to 2%. Dairy. Love. Will. Prevail.